Today I want to talk about taking responsibility. Hi and welcome back to the show. My name is Mark Leruste from The Unconventionalist, the DIY business school for changemakers. I don't know if you play this game with your friends, colleagues or family, but I've called it the blame game. And it's basically, as soon as something happens, quickly finding the culprit so that you can remove the attention from you and pass the heat onto someone else. Often you will find that when you are feeling angry or when you're feeling frustrated and when you're blaming someone else, there's something that you're not owning. And that might be the hardest truth to swallow. Because what happens when you start understanding that you are responsible for your own world and for your own actions, then everything changes. Because you can no longer start blaming either circumstances, people, your environment for not being where you want to be or for not having what you want to have. So what does this mean for you? This basically means that if there's something that you really want to do, be it start your business, launch your own retreat, write a book, run a course, and for some reason you're either blaming someone around you or you're blaming something for the reason why it's not happening, I really want you to check in with yourself and actually see, is that really true? Or is there something you're not taking responsibility for? Because what actually happens is that instead of being in the passenger seat, of blaming the driver for taking the wrong directions, for not seeing the signs, for not stopping to have a pee break, you actually start getting into the driving seat. So let's say you're at work and you're unhappy because you didn't get that promotion, or because your boss told you had a meeting and once again postponed it or completely forgot to tell you that it was cancelled. Instead of bitching about it and be really angry and upset about it, take some form of responsibility and take action. Either go and speak to that person, tell them that attitude is not okay, or reschedule. Don't sit passively on the side and start blaming the circumstances, because that is the worst thing that you can do. And it is also the biggest thing I see holding people back. I've seen this with colleagues, I've seen this with friends, I've seen it with clients, that when we fall into the victim mode, that it's super difficult to take action. I get it. It's so much more comfortable to sort of pass on the responsibility onto someone else, because that means that we don't need to take responsibility, and that means that we don't need to feel bad or crap about ourselves, because we can put all those negative emotions on someone else. Right now, think of something that you're unhappy with, something that you wish you had, or something that you wish you'd achieved, or something that you wish was different. Notice who you're blaming for that. Notice the reasons why you're thinking that you're not getting those. And it could be you. You could start blaming yourself because you might say, I'm not good enough, I'm not talented enough, I'm not creative enough, I'm too shy, I'm too scared. You're still blaming. You're not taking responsibility. So what I want you to do is to, instead of pointing the finger and playing the blame game, is actually to take the responsibility game, which is, I am responsible for my own world and I'm going to do something about this. And it's going to be scary, I'm not going to lie, because it takes a lot of humility and a lot of courage to own the fact that we don't have all our shit together and that it's super easy to blame other people. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, share it with one friend, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. I release a new video every Thursday and a new podcast every Tuesday that's available on iTunes and SoundCloud, and the links are below this video. If you've got a question, or if there's something that you're struggling with, or if you've got any doubts, let me know. Send me a tweet at Twitter, post on my Instagram at Mark Leruste, and also write a comment below this video. I reply to every comment, and I'll make sure to include your question in my next videos. Keep in mind that your work matters, that you're on the right track, that even though it may feel like it's super tough and that you want to give up, you're exactly where you need to be, which is probably the toughest thing you can hear from me today. Until next time, remember, you're amazing.